Lexi Montoya, and I am a client success manager here at Healthiest You by Teladoc. Today, I'm going to be going over your core plan that you have access to. So we'll go ahead and dive right in. So first, let's go over what Healthiest You is. So Healthiest You is your digital platform for accessing your virtual care services that are included in your bundle. So we are a telemedicine company under Teladoc Health. That does mean that you have access to the largest doctor network in the world. And if you see any association with Teladoc, that is because we are a part of their company. So we are all one big healthcare platform. One of the nice things about Healthiest You is that we are considered a membership-based service. So there is no requirement to have health insurance to access your benefits. That means that you can access general medical care, mental health support, dermatology, and nutrition support from the comfort of your own home, right on your phone or on your laptop. So now we're going to dive into each of the services in a little more detail. So we'll go ahead and start with our general medical. So here, beginning with our general medical, these are going to be the most common concerns that we typically see when a member requests a consult with us. So our general medical is typically used for those non-emergent conditions. So typically things like flu-like symptoms, sore throats, bronchitis, allergies, anything that would usually take you to an urgent care, you're going to be able to access through Healthiest You. It is not limited to these, but these are going to be the most common that you see. So just know that you will have access to 24/7 support 365 days out of the year. And the nice thing about this is that there are $0 visit fees for our general medical. So this does include your family members as well. So when you are requesting a consultation, you're actually getting in touch with a general board certified physician within the US, and they're going to be certified from the state that you are calling in from. So all our physicians have at least 5 years of experience, no less, and usually the average is around 20 years of experience. Then, as I mentioned before, all of our providers can treat, diagnose for our most common illnesses, and they also have the ability to issue prescriptions as needed to carry out any recommended treatment plans. These will be called into the pharmacy of your choice once the consultation is over. And the great thing about Healthiest You is that we are available within all 50 states. So that means that whether you are traveling, you will always have access to these benefits. There's no need to worry about finding a doctor, whether you're somewhere you're not familiar with. You're going to be able to hop right on your app or log into your computer and get access to the care that you or your family may need. You can request consults to be at the next available, or you can schedule them same day so that they can work a little bit better with your schedule depending on what you have going on, whether that is work or school. It's meant to be as convenient as possible for you. This is going to save you time and money when you would typically go to an urgent care or have to go to the emergency room if there isn't an urgent care available. If you're outside of typical business hours, you're going to be able to call in at 3 a.m., 3 p.m., whatever works best for you. All right, so now I want to briefly show you what the process will look like when you are requesting a general medical visit. So first, you're going to want to initiate the consult either through the Healthiest You app or on your member portal. And then from there, you're going to have the option to request a consult with a healthcare provider using that on-demand or scheduling a consult option. What that means is that you will typically see about 15 to 30-minute wait times with getting connected to a provider if you do opt into our on-demand option. And then once you do get connected with that provider, you're going to be able to share any symptom details that you are experiencing and give them a better picture of the current ailments that you may be facing. And from there, they will be able to provide a diagnosis as well as a treatment plan, and then issue any prescriptions as necessary. Then, if you would ever like to go back to your consults, you will be able to review all of the notes from your physician and details right there in the app in your visit history. So this does include being able to access those records if you ever need to share your medical history with any other providers. All right, so now we're going to move on to our mental health. So this is going to be a benefit that is available to you. You will have access to therapy and psychiatry care. So this is where you can get connected with one of our licensed providers within our network. And your mental health benefit can be used for a variety of reasons, such as depression, anxiety, stress, grief, drug or alcohol addiction, as well as relationship or family issues. Our providers are there to help you with whatever your mental health needs may be and support you throughout your journey. Now, let's say you do want to go ahead and get connected with one of our providers. You'll just go into the Healthiest You app and select mental health visit, and then you will proceed to look through a whole list of our therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists that we do have within our network. You can read more about them on their profiles, such as their credentials, educational background. You're able to choose their gender, their specialties, and really make sure that they're the right fit for you. Once you have scheduled your appointment and completed your visit with that designated provider that you've chosen, you will have the option at the very end to schedule future ongoing appointments with that same provider. Or if you would like to connect with a different provider and see if there's someone that may be a better fit for you, you'll always have that option as well directly through the app. So this really is a great added benefit as you're able to establish that relationship that you typically would in person with your virtual mental health provider. So breaking it down with access for therapy, your sessions are going to be $95 per visit. And then for psychiatry care, there will be a $235 initial visit fee, and then it will be $105 for any ongoing visits. So this is going to be a pretty significant discount compared to in person and is a great option if you do not have health insurance or if you are not opted into like a PPO plan, something along those lines. This can be a great solution for you to get some level of care when you need it. The nice thing about our mental health services is that there are no caps on these. So you can schedule consults as little or as often as you would like. That can be once a week, once a month, twice a month, whatever works for you. You're going to have the flexibility to schedule those appointments 7 days a week, and they can be completed over the app or on the phone. So it really is designed to be the most convenient for you. Okay, now diving into our dermatology services. So here you can see these are going to be the top conditions that are typically treated from within our dermatologist scope. So things like acne, bug bites, rashes, rosacea, skin infections, and there are many more, of course. These are going to be the most common that we see. In addition to having access to these services yourself, your family members will also have access to these services, and there is no additional cost to include dependents on your plan. So this really can be all encompassing for the whole family. All right, so now diving into how our dermatology services work. So we operate through a secure messaging portal on the Healthiest You app. So how it'll work is you're going to upload a minimum of 3 photos of whatever skin condition or irritants you would like to have checked out. You're also going to include additional symptom information if necessary by filling out a brief questionnaire. These questions are going to be based on your history, past treatments, and any other symptoms that you're experiencing. And then with this service, as I mentioned, it is all done through the Healthiest You app and our secured messaging portal. So you will be connected with your provider through the app or on the online portal as well. So once you have submitted your initial dermatology request, a dermatologist will then follow up with you within 24 to 48 hours. On average, you will be able to get your dermatology request done typically within 8 hours is what we usually see though. So this is expedited, but it is never longer than 2 days. Now, Once you have connected with your provider and they have had a chance to assess the photos and symptom information that you provided, they will then be able to provide a diagnosis as well as a treatment plan and issue any prescriptions as necessary to carry out that treatment plan. Within 7 days of your initial visit, you will have a follow-up connection with that provider where they will be able to check in, make sure that your treatment plan is going according to plan, and make sure there are no adjustments that need to be made to make sure that you are well taken care of. To access your dermatology services, it is going to be $85 per visit, and that does include the follow-up appointment. So there will be no additional cost for that second consult that you will have with them within 7 days. And this service is available to all dependents as well, with no additional fee to have them included. Okay, and now the last thing we're going to touch on is your nutrition benefit. So this is going to be your opportunity to work with a registered dietitian who will assess your nutritional needs and give you any nutritional guidance that you may need to reach your goals. They'll go ahead and develop a personalized program for each member, so this does include your dependents as well, but it really does go beyond weight management here. So our dietitians are there to help you develop a personalized nutrition plan that includes custom meal plans, learning more about healthy eating, meal prepping, creating shopping guides, and if you need help or support managing a chronic condition such as diabetes or hypertension, our dietitians are qualified to assist with that care management as well. So they're going to help you get all the details lined out of how to make the most informed and healthiest nutrition choices for you while monitoring you reaching your goals. So you will be able to schedule appointments 7 days a week between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. in your local time. So we do have a wide range of appointments available. And the nice thing about this benefit is that it is only $59 per session, and you can connect over the phone or via video. So once you have connected with your registered dietitian and they have gotten the full scope of your goals and you've given them all the necessary information, they will create a personalized plan, and that will be delivered directly to you through the app, and you will be able to review that custom manual and nutritional guidance at any point and utilize it to map out reaching your goals. And you will be able to check in with them through the messaging center if you have any questions or need any additional support. All right, so I know we talked a lot about the benefits themselves. Now we're going to cover how to access them. So there are 3 main ways to access Healthiest You. The most common and popular is going to be our mobile app. And I do want to highlight that although we are a part of the Teladoc network, we do have our own mobile app. So you'll just want to make sure that you are on the Healthiest You platform. In addition to the app, you can access your services through our member portal, and that is just member.healthiestyou.com. And these logins are interchangeable. So once you have registered on one, you can pick and choose the best way for you to access your care. Now, if you are not super tech savvy or just prefer to speak with someone on the phone, you can always call our landline to get mental health and general medical appointments scheduled. And this is going to be a dedicated support line for Healthiest You. So you will be connected with someone promptly. They will be able to assist you with any account issues you may be having, such as password resets or updating your information. So it really is full service, similar to the app and the member portal. And these numbers are here. I will include them on a few flyers as well, so you can keep them handy if you ever need them in the future. So once you have been enrolled in Healthiest You, the next step is to register your account. So if you've not already done so, you will have the opportunity to follow along these next few slides. So I recommend pulling up the Healthiest You app in the portal or in your app store if you haven't yet. Or we can just follow along here, and then you'll have another opportunity to do so in the coming weeks. So step 1 is going to be downloading the Healthiest You app. It's a blue HY and a blue circle. Once you have completed that, at the bottom of the screen, you will then select first time here, register. You'll want to click that. Then you will select my employer as, because this is an employer sponsored plan. Then you will want to enter in the primary member's information. So this is going to be your last name, date of birth, and zip code, how it has been enrolled in our system. So this will need to match. And then from here, you will be able to select your name from a list of eligible profiles. So if you do choose to enroll any dependents in your plan, if they are dependents under the age of 18, they will not have their own logins, so you will manage their accounts via your primary login. If you add dependents that are over the age of 18, to be compliant with all HIPAA guidelines, they will be prompted to create their own profiles. So this is where they would then register with your details and then select their name from a list of eligible profiles. At that point, they will be prompted to create their own logins by entering an email address and creating a password. Then you'll want to enter in phone number and select your preferred language. This is going to match you with providers through the app that speak your preferred language so that you can get a level of care in a way that is comfortable for you and that you can easily understand and connect with. After you have selected your preferred language, you will accept the terms and conditions, and then you will click Finish. From there, the system will log you in, and you will be all set. So I know that was a lot of information, so just want to open the floor here to see if there are any questions. And there is a QR code here, so if you have not downloaded the app yet, please feel free to scan this code. It will take you directly to the App Store, and you can begin the registration process that we just covered. Okay, well, if we don't have any questions, then I would just like to say thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I always appreciate the opportunity sharing our Healthiest You benefits, and I hope that you take advantage of them soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Alexa.
Thank you. Thank you.